Good evening. I am here. It is 11:25 on Tuesday, October 1st. Hey, Fox McCloud with the W. Yes, you are first. You were here before I even started talking. Damn. Hey, I'm here. It's been a day, and I'm here. I have nothing to say really. The last couple days, you know, like yesterday, work wasn't good, but like I outside of that, I've been like really hitting that productivity button. I have to kind of finish a few things up tomorrow, but I think I'm finally like, I think I'm pretty much all caught up after like not being completely caught up since before like August. So I'm in a pretty good mood right now. Just gotta make a couple more pushes tomorrow before stream, and just gotta make a couple more pushes tomorrow before I stream, and we'll be good. And yeah, I have to rush because unfortunately I'm not gonna be here Thursday. Thursday right after work I'm leaving, so I'm not gonna be here. Good on me. Thank you. You are speed. That looks like why does Twitch do this thing where like I can't see Jelly F Shake? Anyway, I'm here tonight. Ace Attorney Investigations. We're gonna finish case 3. Shouldn't be too long because I think it's only one segment left. And then we're gonna do as much of case 4 as we can tonight. And then tomorrow, I'm gonna do more Zelda. But before I do that, there was a surprise F-099 update today that added in the long requested and awaited BSF-02 tracks, the first set of them. So that's pretty awesome that we're getting Satellaview content in acknowledgement in 2024. As much as I wanted to do it tonight, I was like, nah, tonight I should really focus on Edgeworth. Tomorrow it's a bit more lenient because Zelda's just so open-ended. So it's like, okay, whatever. I could do an hour of F-Zero before I do, like 4 hours of Zelda. But, yeah, we're at the last section of Episode 3, the Kidnap Turnabout. We have assumed that Lance Amano, the person who was kidnapped, is the murderer. And we are trying to prove it, but his father is denying us the ability to check out the haunted house where he may have committed the murder. And they are dead set on arresting his girlfriend instead, Lauren Paups. Oh, and the victim is Lauren's father. But again, if you've been here, you know that. Again, I'm in the middle of the game here, so if you're new to the stream or new to the VOD on YouTube for whatever reason, you're gonna get spoiled if you don't know the game. Anyway, I'm feeling mostly back to normal in terms of like not being sick. Injuries are still healing up, but they're doing well. I'm not sick anymore, but I just still have a little gunk in the back of my throat that I keep clearing out. So hopefully that'll clear up in the next day or two. It doesn't help that I eat a ton of dairy. That probably makes it worse. So I might go on some thinner foods in the near future. I guess it won't really matter after tomorrow since I won't be here for 4 days. But anyway, March 13th, 4:27 p.m. Gatewaterland, main gate. If I can't get permission to investigate the crime scene, then the truth will be lost, just like the part of the sentence is lost behind the streamer's PNG tuber. Let me go ghost mode here. There we go. We'll go something's close to the edge of the screen, so we have to be able to see through the PNG tuber mode. Hold it! Hold it! Hold it! Man is playing Legacy of the Duelist. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing spacing out? Have you forgotten? There's only one thing you should do at a time like this. And what is that? When the people are in a bind, the hero of justice appears to save the day. Look, you just leave it to me. I am Kay Faraday, the second of the great Yatagarasu. But I thought you were a thief, not a hero. Yatagarasu was noble and is always a thief of justice. Lock the fuck in. Hey, Robo Bunny, how you doing? That's, of course. If we have enough information, I could recreate the inside of the haunted house with this. Plus, if then we factor in everyone's testimony, you can recreate exactly what happened when I dropped off the ransom money. Maybe able to figure out some new information through this. It's worth a try. Hey, no URL, please. Bap, bap, bap. September's over. Why is that emote still here? Agent Lang. So you want to use your little toy? Be my guest. Okay, hang on. You're all about to witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood. Detective Gumshoe? Is there a copy of the haunted house's blueprints among the police's reference documents? Yes, sir. We just got it in case we needed it for the kidnapping case. Oh god, that emote is... What is that one? Big sad. That's a universal emote. Alright, I'll input the haunted house data then. How do you do that? Like, how does she do that so quickly? What is this? Where are we? It's like we're inside the haunted house. And if we can't inspect the real location itself, the path to the truth slumbers here. Surely this is admissible in court. If I can successfully navigate my way using logic, I'll ultimately arrive at the truth. Now then, I believe I'm ready to investigate the crime scene. It's magic. Yeah, it is. There's no way technology like this would work. Okay, what should I recreate first? You haven't figured it out yet? Maybe I have, and maybe I haven't. I'm going to make you do all the hard work. Very well, I'd like to inspect the moment in which I was ambushed by my abductor. There's a B in there. It's magic, Joel, it's magic. Is that in reference to his open world? Like, I finally figured out the open world, and what was it, like Vomit Slash or whatever, Vomit Comet? Joel Vinesauce's comments about open world games. The two of them were definitely in this place at that time. And we got Hatsune Miku, true, but Hatsune Miku isn't a giant haunted house. If I could verify that, it may provide me with a new lead. I had just come out into the hallway after leaving the money inside the dining room. E for Edgeworth. At that time, I saw a badger slumped over on the floor at the end of the hall. Eh? What was a badger doing all the way down there? I also thought it was strange. However, I thought that maybe it was simply a mannequin that was set there for an atmosphere. Do you know which badger it was? No, it was too dark to tell. All I saw was its silhouette. In that case, I'll just program a badger silhouette in for now. Okay, programming complete. Now it's his dad answering, Dad, what is technology? Oh. And I started walking towards the exit. That's when you struck from behind, right? Yes. But that's odd. The hallway is a dead end. Where did your assailant come from? There's only one location I could think of. I believe my assailant was lying in wait here.
Take that!
In the Kermit voice. Right. It's magic, Joel! It's magic! I can't really do a Kermit. It's magic, Joel. It's magic. That doll I saw wasn't really a doll. It was, in fact, a costumed kidnapper. Oh, so he used the costume as a perfect camouflage to blend in with the rest of the house. Precisely. He waited until I had made the drop-off and was about to leave. Then, just as he saw me take a step towards the exit, he stood and launched his attack. I can think of no better hiding place than this. Hey, not bad. I'm beginning to think I should steal this tactic for myself. Just don't use it for anything. Just don't use it to do anything criminal, Kay. It's a chow, look. Well, Lance, what are you asking me for? As one of the kidnappers, I figured I should give you the chance to confess first. I was one of the kidnappers, but I don't know anything. I did come up to the haunted house, but I had never set foot inside. I left Oliver in charge of picking up the ransom money. That's right, it's a badger as seen from the side. He didn't set foot inside. Is he telling the truth, or is this another lie? Alright then, you're claiming it was Mr. Deacon who assaulted me. Yes, I'm sure it was him. Okay, inputting the new info now. Mr. Deacon was the bad badger, right? Since the bad badger has a gun attached to its right hand, I'll have to change it so the weapon is in its left hand. Merp merp meowdy. Hey, Karma. I had to verify the facts of this recreation. I thought I was gonna bonk him. It's a replica of myself. You were totally oblivious to what was behind you, huh? Yes, I suppose I'm also to blame for what happened to me. It was incredibly dark, which was all the more reason I should have been more alert. Vowed to never be caught by surprise again. You didn't recreate the weapon. Well, I can't exactly recreate something I know nothing about. So tell me, what were you hit with? The attack came from behind, so I have no idea, but I doubt it was from someone's bare hands. Okay, then where were you hit? I was hit on the right side of my head, just above my temple. There was a bit of blood, but it wasn't anything serious. Ouch, sounds painful. Why are you smirking like that when you say it? It's just your imagination. Now let's see. I wonder if there's anything in the hallway that could have been used as a weapon. If there's something the culprit could have hit you with.
Take that!
There's a sword there. I have it. There was indeed one such object lying here in this hallway. A prop sword. Just learned that a person in history here has the schoolboy frat riz. What? Oh, in your local history? And it hit you harder than Edgeworth. He gave me his big, thick red rod. What? What? Huh? Are you talking about this thing here? Yes, although we did find it at the kidnapper's hideout. Wait, yes, it's possible that the culprit took it with them after using it on me. To leave no evidence behind, right? Correct. It may be worth a more thorough examination yet. Okay, so what do you want me to run a test on in this sword? Test with luminol. The culprit was wearing a costume at the time, so a fingerprint analysis is useless. Let's run a luminol test. Possible that some of my blood found its way onto this. Agent Lang, may I ask for your cooperation in this matter? Like I have a choice. Sheena, call the lab boys. Understood. Except for a dab on the left side, it would appear that this blade is spotless. So it must have been the left side of the prop sword that hit you then, right? Culprit hit me right in the temple area with this. Okay, I'll update the recreation with this new piece of info. But the blood's gonna be on the wrong side, right? Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking thing. You know, the Bad Badger's pretty bad-looking when you see him up close. Well, what did you expect from a character named the Bad Badger? And those sunglasses, wearing them in the dark makes him seem extra bad. Now I'm lost. Which meaning of bad does she really mean? It's me. I have to say, it's rather embarrassing to see myself like this. Oh, so what were you thinking about at the time? I don't recall, but I guess it would be that I was thinking about the kidnapping. Really? Because I don't think so at all. The kid woke up, after all. Your face practically screams, I'm about to be conked over the head. Well, there's don't. Appreciate the want to make everything 3D in high definition, but I prefer the pixel version. I think there's some merit to it. I like the sprites in this version. I don't like what they did with the pixel version in this game, because they put pixels on the edge of the models, and they look weird and bad. If I had known that at the time, do you think I would have just let myself be hit? And in the next instant, the Badger will swing his left arm, complete with weapon in hand. Yes, to club me in the left side of the prop sword. Crust. Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't use the new PNG tuber or the frog PNG. Oh my god, I keep forgetting about the new one. Karma, I don't have the frog enabled on the current model, that's why. But yeah, it's Frogtober. I've done the thing on some sites. Shall I recreate the moment of impact? I want to see the pained expression on your face. It's just fine the way it is. Wait, maybe not. Is it just my imagination, or is something not quite right? Quite right. Quite right. Quite right. So the bloodstain should be where the guard is. Right? It's this side, so it should be up here. Right temple. I mean, no, that looks like the right spot would have hit him. But it would have been hitting him in the left temple, maybe. It's your prosecutor's badge. Ah, B. Hate it when they do this. You may have proven your client didn't do the crime. However, if you don't like who did it, then you have no case. Like, dude, my job is to defend my client, not prove the murderer. Yeah, I mean, it's just the... Also, hello. Hello. I don't know why it's labeling you as a possible harasser. It's just because you're new to the chat, I think. Moderation tools are a little weird. it's just the way they justifies it's just the legal how the legal system works in this game. It's like, okay, you have to prove the guilty party. Also, not for anything, but this is not technically a trial, so we're actually solving the case here. Like a real trial in real life, the case would already be mostly figured out by the time a trial happened. This is actually like investigating a fresh crime, which honestly makes this feel almost more realistic and grounded than like regular Ace Attorney. Not that this is in any way realistic, but still. Your chat have a bunch of neuron activation, hence your chat is the entire brain cell. What? The way, Fox, the way you said prosecution badge there, because it's the way you spelled it makes me think it's prosciutto badge. No cool confetti. Yeah, no, there's no confetti in this game. I think it's the blood. It's got to be the blood stain, right?
Eureka!
Finally, I found a clear contradiction of facts about this sword. Except for a bit on the left side, the prop sword is absolutely spotless. However, if the culprit had used his left hand, the blood would be on the opposite side. Was eating and typing? It's alright. My friend was talking about, we were playing Splatoon. I was playing Splatoon the other day, and we brought up the fizz bomb sub-weapon, and they typed jizz bomb in chat by accident, just out of sheer habit, and that got me a very hearty laugh. The opposite side, huh? If the culprit had held the sword in his left hand, then the sword's right side would hit. I see, but the blood was on the left side of the sword, right? Which means that he used his right hand to hit you. Exactly. This prop sword has a large handguard attached to the hilt. It would be impossible to hold it with two hands while wearing a costume with such big hands. Therefore, if it couldn't be the left hand or both hands, it must have been the right. I'll change the data to reflect a right-handed swing. Not yet, Kate. There's no sense in changing anything yet. If you change the parameters to the right hand, it'd only create a new contradiction. Changing the prop sword with the culprit's right hand would conflict with what?
Take that!
The bad badger already holds a gun in his right hand, so he can't hold a sword in addition. Hey, that's right. Then what now? If it wasn't in his left or right hand, it means that the one who struck me could not have been the bad badger. Are you paying attention, Lance? Mr. Deacon could not have been the one who struck me, which leaves only you as our primary suspect. Fine, it was me. I hit you. It appears you lied to me yet again, but see how quickly they catch up to you, Lance. Wait, isn't Lance left-handed? Ah, yes, but what makes this deception all the more interesting. I could speak. I've majored in English before law. Michael has big meaty hands. That's true. I actually do have very, very considerably large hands for my not big hands, but I have fairly like man-sized hands. I bought a ring once for Nessie, and I was like trying to fit it on my ring finger to like try it on, and I was like, this doesn't fit me at all. And then when I gave it to Nessie, I'm like, oh my god, your fingers are so much thinner than mine. I have like such big gross man hands. Though they're not really that big. They're just average sized hands. Average AMAP hands. He used his right hand to make it look like Mr. Deacon had been the one to strike me. For you see, firing a gun with one's non-dominant hand is difficult. But that level of dexterity isn't required to swing a prop sword. Okay, please input this new data. The one who hit me from behind was Lance. Or should I say, the Proto-Badger. You got it. Here I go! Whoa, 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 whoa. Now we have a faithful recreation of the simulation around the attack on me. Alright, and all we have to do is examine this new recreation and... Looks worse. Michael took the quote right to bare arms, too literally, and now has bare hands. What? No. I don't have bare arms. I'm not armed either. What exactly is so funny, Agent Lang? That amusing little gadget sure packs a punch, right, Sheena? Yes, it was all I could do to hold my laughter in. Hey, don't make fun of the little thief, you mean old werewolf. He and Mr. Edgeworth bring out the best in each other. You've had your little fun, but now it's my turn. I've sat quietly by listening. But the crude conclusions you two keep spewing don't whet this wolf's appetite. There's no guarantee that your toy will always show the real situation situation at any given time. All it displays is whatever information you put in there, right? Well, when you put it that way, your suppositions are wrong. It's not your fault, so I'm going to let you in on this. There's a trick to this haunted house. What may that be, exactly? A trick beyond what your tiny imaginations can produce. Sheena? Here you are. Now then, what you missed, girlie, is written right here in this pamphlet. The 7 Wonders of the Haunted House, the Disappearing Badger. Gatewater Land is full of mysteries. See if you can find and experience them all. Disappearing Badger. Seeing is believing. Badgermobile. Performance. Blue Badgermobile. It's do or die time for our... Can the Blue Badger and arrest the Bad Badger and save Gatewater Land? You come and watch to ever want... I wonder if they actually made a full version of this instead of just cutting it off. What is this? I'd say that someone around here is fond of theatrics. And as you can see, they set that doll down at the end of this hallway for that purpose. Basically, the Blue Badger you saw was just a stupid doll. How can this be? Guess that throws your whole theory about it being your attacker out the window. Ugh. But that can't be right. Maybe the culprit hid the doll somewhere. And then he laid down and pretended to be it instead.
Not so fast!
The criminal couldn't even hide himself in the hallway. How could he hide a giant doll? Do you get it now? Thanks to your presumptions. Your logic started off weak and led you to the completely wrong conclusion. Now get off your high horse. Mr. Edgeworth. Okay, I wonder if you could please input the new information for me. You don't know when to quit, do you? Can't quit, not until I declare that I found the truth. Agent Lang, for the additional information, you have my thanks. There you go again. We'll see if I care. Okay, I'm updating the recreation now. Yeah. I think my stream preview went offline. Yeah, it did. Why did that happen? That looks really weird. Look how it changes from the Blue Badger to the Proto Badger all of a sudden. If the slumped-over Badger was just a doll, where was my attacker hiding? Well, that's what we're going to find out, right? So come on, Mr. Edgeworth, let's go. Yes, let's. This recreation can't be right, which means there must be a contradiction somewhere. When you take a look around, it almost feels more like the House of Mirrors. Indeed. Who's ever heard of this many mirrors inside of a haunted house before? Well, at least we know this is the real crime scene, thanks to those mirror shards. Hey, wait, these shards, there's something different about them. Oh? The ones we found earlier are thicker than the shards from these mirrors on the wall. And look, there's some sort of design on the back, too. How would you be able to recreate that? You didn't know those were there. The pieces from the costume are certainly different from other mirrors. What does this mean? Could it be our pieces are not the pieces of the mirrors? Hey, in for 10. Wait, is this a full-on replay thing? Yeah, it's a recreation. Different from the mirrors on the walls. Very thick and has a design on the back. This is where the Proto-Badger shows up in our recreation. Yes, now the question is, where did he come from? Yeah, but there's no place to hide in our current model. Must be an inconsistency somewhere. Pieces of a set of armor are in a pile here. Why do you think they almost always have sets of armor in haunted houses? I suppose this sort of interior design is meant to bring out a sense of the abnormalcy. Why do all your explanations have to be so hard to understand, Mr. Edgeworth? Now try explaining that this time. Now try explaining it again, but this time so that even a thief like me can get it. That may prove a most difficult task. This Blue Badger is just a doll for use in this haunted house. But the one who killed this Blue Badger was the Bad Badger, right? According to the Bad Badger Bible, it says they are each other's worst enemy. All because one's an ally of justice and the other's a vile criminal with a gun? Perhaps they were just destined to battle each other, much like the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate. The strap's backwards. It'd be neat to add a security measure by putting moving cameras in the eyes of a picture like in haunted houses. I'm pretty sure someone's done that before. Bad Badger. Miles, my boy, what is the meaning of all this? Do you plan to pay me back for all I've done for you with the conviction of my son? I've not forgotten my debt to you. However, your son's crimes are a separate matter. Further, I cannot ignore the truth when it's right before me. You will regret this, I promise you that. No matter the outcome, I never regret the choices I make. Miss Palps, by my hand, I will prove your innocence in the murder of Mr. Deacon. Therefore, please don't fret. It will soon be over. Do you not trust me? That is... Your face is all beet red, Miss Palps. Oh, that's Kay saying that. No, I can't. I have Lance. Lolly, don't tell me that you like that guy more than me. That's... Oh, why am I so pathetic? I'm so easily swayed by even a single glance. Surprised I didn't read your roast. Oh, what? You never seen someone with less brain cells than Gumshoe? Congrats, Lang. Lang has solid logic here, though. What exactly is she going on about? I think you have another guilty person on your hands, Mr. Edgeworth. So have you noticed anything worthwhile? I have no obligation to talk to you. Well, I'm fine with just a little thief in solving this case. That toy. It's very well made. I like how they stare directly at the camera like they're in the office. Haha, that's because it's the heart of the noble thief Yatagarasu. Okay, that may not be something you want to advertise to everyone here. So Sheena, what exactly is the source of this extra-dimensional-like space? I believe this is nothing more than a projection from that girl's toy. So it's all an illusion, right? Yes. Hey, don't treat this like some sort of silly light show. Thanks for letting us use, little thief. Lang Z says, reject not those who seek the truth. So keep in mind that I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for the truth. Don't worry, I understand. We may have different methods, but our wish is the same. I can't believe what I'm seeing, sir. This space that I'm standing in, it's like something out of some crazy dream. Except that this isn't a dream. This is something Kay's gadget. No, wait, this is exactly like a dream, sir. Never been so impressed. It's a miracle. Someone sure is easily impressed. Yeah, I'm so glad you like it. Oh, so this is a product of your gadget? I wish I had one, too. Well, once this is over, I'll let you play with it for a bit if you want. You do that for me, pal? Thanks. Anyway, alright, let's wrap this case up already. Times like these that I wonder if they understand the seriousness of the situation. You can lie all you want, but it'll be for naught, Lance. As soon as I expose the truth, you'll be placed under arrest. How could you do this after all that my dad has done for you? What your father has done for me is unrelated to the charges you face now. Unbelievable. No, you sound kind of like a bully right now, Mr. Edgeworth. If I'm not serious about this, he'll never understand the true gravity of his crimes. I will not allow him to remain a child forever. Now you sound like a dad. Hey Zai, do you know how the difference between this ALPS and Hall Effect joystick thing? ALPS is what most common controllers use nowadays, and that's cheaper, but it has drifting issues. Like when you hear about Joy-Con drift, it's because they use ALPS joysticks. Hall Effect joysticks use magnets, which don't have the same issues as drift. It still could drift after a long period of time, but nowhere near as often as ALPS controllers are. Essentially, you're just paying for a better stick if you choose that on one of the controllers. ALPS sticks, what they do is it's two sensors that kind of when you move the stick around, it kind of rubs something against the sensor, which tells you exactly where it is on the X and Y axis. Whereas a Hall Effect sensor is based on magnets instead of a physical sensor. So get the Hall Effect one if you can afford it. Yeah. If it's something you want to spend the extra money on, absolutely. It just means that the sticks are more durable and won't wear down as quickly. They'll still wear down over time, just not as quickly as an ALPS stick would. ALPS is used in all the Switch sticks, as well as I think most modern game controllers use ALPS. Hall Effect is still kind of like a gimmicky thing that only a few controllers use, which is funny because the Dreamcast controller, I think, used Hall Effect in it. Back when that was like unheard of. So it's interesting how the Dreamcast controller was like ahead of the game back then. Except that controller was like didn't have any indents on the side, which most controllers don't, and that's annoying. The GameCube controller with the indents on the bottom, that feels so good to just click the stick into one of those. Now I gotta pick a color. If you're going with the Pro 2 like I did, I picked the Famicom, or the NES color. Or I guess Famicom. Is it? It's Famicom. It's the Proto Badger who struck me. Suppose I should really say it's Lance. Oh, are you going to get him back? I need not resort to violence when the lawsuit I plan to bring to court will suffice. Really? Because I would totally have decked him right back. If someone steals from me, I steal something from them. If I get hit, I hit right back. If I get paid, I return the money. That's the secret to how a great thief works. Her third statement doesn't seem to be much of a benefit to her survival. Okay, how is, Little Thief? Totally fine in recreating the crime scene. All that's left is more info. But you know, I can't believe I'm replicating a haunted house. And that we're talking about the fate of $1 million. Pretty exciting stuff. I can't say I understand what's so exciting about recreating a crime scene. In any case, I believe that it's very probable that the murder occurred at this place. And if I could prove that, then we will finally arrive at the truth. Yeah, so what are you waiting for? Let's get investigating. Can I have those $1 million? I wish. I want the $1 million. I'm the one playing the game here. I only have one thought in my head. What am I missing here? The hell? Okay. Huh. I have to give Kay the, new evidence. What do you think about this? Oh. Much of that saying, till one sword breaks and one arrow runs out. One's arrows run out. Except that we're not dealing with any arrows. I guess not. Wonder where they went. Oh, I know. I bet it's because I already stole them. I sincerely hope she's kidding. Got back pain? Welcome to being older, Karma. Your age progressing at a very rapid rate. 1 day per day. That's pretty rapid if you ask me. Alright, I don't know what left there is to examine. Oh, right. I have to do something about this. Okay, the straps are fine. Huh. His strap is opposite in this image. And in that image, but in this it's on that side. Maybe that's the point, though. Maybe it being reversed is intentional.
Eureka!
Hold on a second here. There's something wrong with this blue badger. Huh? Like what? The way the belt is on him is opposite of how it should be. Did you make a mistake? This can't be. I inputted the image data exactly as it is in the pamphlet. So then why is the blue badger dressed up in reverse? Alright, now we got it. Mirror time, baby. Yeah. Okay, do you remember what you said earlier? What I said earlier about what? About how this building might as well have been a house of mirrors. A house of mirrors? Oh, that would explain the reversed or mirror image. Yes, this blue badger might be nothing more than the reflected image of a real one. Then was the blue badger you saw just a reflection? When I looked down the hall, I thought it was perfectly straight. However, if there was a mirror... Oh, then it would actually form an L shape, right? Precisely. I was deceived. The hallway was almost certainly pitch black. And there was a beam in the way that obstructed my view of the other hallway. Wait, but why build this place like that? Sounds pretty pointless to me. Okay, this house is just another attraction at an amusement park. I created a mirror wall for a very specific purpose, one I can point you to. Get the walking stick, we're all going to senior hour at McDonald's. Oh, God. This is the reason why they built a mirror wall.
Take that!
As it's written in the pamphlet, the main draw of this attraction is the mystery of the disappearing badger. You mean they built the mirror for that trick alone? But you said you saw the badger, so it was definitely still there. That was true at the time. However, doing this allows someone to make the blue badger disappear in a flash. That means black coffee and newspaper reading. So this is the thing at your McDonald's. Oh, I've seen it. I've seen the old people reading newspapers at the McDonald's before. Move the mirror wall, move the blue badger, dim the lamps. Move the mirror wall. To remove a reflective image, simply move the mirror. First, the mirror was constructed so that it could be moved. Then, beyond where the mirror was, an empty hallway had to be created. So when they wanted people to see the blue badger, they would open the mirror. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. Missed that old jukebox in the cool moon. Oh, missed Mac Tonight. Was it Mac Tonight? I have a toy of Mac Tonight. Somewhere. It's a little toy of him in an airplane. It's in my attic somewhere. If I find it, I'll show you. You want your coffee with man milk. Sorry, I mean man milk. Sorry, I mean... God damn it, Karma. And when they wanted to hide it, they simply had to close it again. This explains why the other side of those fragments have a design on them. And if the pattern is the same as the other walls in this hallway, then when the mirror is closed, it would blend in with the rest of the walls. This is the mirror trick that this haunted house employs. And this also proves the existence of a hiding place for the culprit. Huh? How so? Think about it, Kay. There was a place that was outside of my field of vision. The culprit kept out of my sight by hiding here.
Take that!
There was a very large blind spot, one I could not see, and it was here. If my assailant hid on the other side of the movable mirror, then you wouldn't be able to see him. He didn't even need to do anything to the blue badger doll. Exactly. All he had to do was wait for me on the other side of the mirror. Wait, hold on. I just thought of something. Yes? Well, shouldn't the mirror wall be broken right now in reality? Since we have a few shards of it, we could probably assume it is. Yes, it's most definitely broken. The question is, when was it broken? Since we found these inside the victim's costume, that would mean that the victim was there when the mirror was broken. Wait, that sound. Leave the money and go. Now. That sound I heard was most definitely the sound of a mirror breaking. Okay, I'd like you to input some new information. Ah, don't scare me like that. Sorry, but I need you to recreate something for me. Sure, whatever you need. So what do you need anyway? If you could first recreate this hallway just before I enter the dining room. You got it. Stuck between gray and black, I like them both. I don't know what the gray and black look like. The black one is kind of hard to read, isn't it? Like, I remember the buttons not being easy to see on it. Now this, I believe, is how it was right before I entered the dining room. Although at the time, I thought it was but a single straight hallway. And then I went inside. It was around then that I heard the sound of a mirror shattering. You heard what? Then... Yes, I believe it was around then that the mirror was broken. Okay, so then when you stepped out inside into the hallway again, The mirror wall should no longer exist. Okay, please recreate that. Got it. Wait, with the mirror gone, the culprit lost his hiding spot. So where did he go in his proto-badger suit, Mr. Edgeworth? Huh, that's easy enough. With the mirror gone, he simply hid himself in the branch hallway. I think this is about where this wraps up. Looks like we finally solved everything. No, not yet. An even larger contradiction has now reared its head. Huh? Perhaps you did not notice, but this recreation contains a very troubling inconsistency. Inconsistency between what I saw and the recreation lies.
Take that!
Probably where the badger was, right? Okay, take a good look at the end of the hall. Oh, there's no blue badger there. Exactly, the blue badger that I saw in reality is not here. This is the final point in this long chain of logic. The last remaining contradiction. BAE, Bay. So let me get this straight. When you came out of the dining room, you saw a badger, right? And that is precisely where the final contradiction lies. Something like that something that shouldn't exist was there before me. Who or what do you suppose it was? I believe this is the real identity of our mystery badger.
Take that!
The badger I saw was in actuality the dead victim's body. What? Agent Lang, the entirety of my complete logic is my final decisive piece of evidence. Big. It is that actual badger outside right now. Boar Bay. What's up? Hey, Razu. I don't know. Sorry, someone's starting something stupid in a Telegram chat and I need to react to it. Not much, I'm just playing some Ace Attorney. The murder happened in the hallway of the haunted house at the time of the drop-off, and you could consider the moment I heard the mirror breaking to be the real time of death for Mr. Deacon. No! Maybe it was due to their fighting, or perhaps it was the life-shattering bullet. But no matter what the cause was, the hallway mirror wall was broken.
Not so fast!
You were in the house at the time, right? Are you telling me that you missed the sound of a gunshot?
Objection!
There was already a variety of sound effects playing at the time, all for theatrics, I assume. The gunshot must have blended right in. Yeah! Hand looks so wrinkly there. Look at his fingers. Now then, I'd like you to recall something from me. Who was it that was with the victim at the haunted house? Who was the one who had the opportunity to rob the victim of his gun and use it on him? It was you, Lansamano. I'm sorry. Again, I've never met someone with lower brain cells than Gumshoe, so congrats, Lang. Lang is not as stupid as Gumshoe. No, but all you want to hear is the sound effect of me giving you a knuckle sandwich. She's got her hair overall pretty cool night. Nice. It's not like I had a choice. Oliver turned on me all of a sudden. He snapped and turned violent right after I hung up with you. He shoved me to the ground and straddled me, cut me up all over my body, and stole my Microsoft Dinosaur CD. I fought back as hard as I could, grabbed his gun, and I shot him. The bullet must have went through his body and shattered the mirror. If I hadn't taken his gun and shot him first, I wouldn't have been the one you found. I would have been the one you found. He's a hardened criminal. He escaped from jail. See? That's justified self-defense. My boy was only trying to protect himself. That remains to be seen and will have to be resolved in court. Agent Lang, I leave the rest to you. As if you were the one in charge around here. Guys, arrest these two and get them out of my sight. Wait, I had nothing to do with the murder! Always like how awkward Ace Attorney breakdown text boxes can be. It's just hard to read it in real time. That's the case, yeah, that would be self-defense. I mean, if he's not lying. The only person you should be arresting is Lance! Dad? Oh. Sorry, but you're not slipping away that easy, Mr. Ernest Amano. You tampered with the evidence so that you can cover for your son. What a great dad you are, willing to risk it all. Truly touching. Oh! By the way, do you know why I'm really here? How could I possibly know the answer to such an asinine question? You wound me. You ruined me. I came all the way from across the sea just to see you, you know? You came to see me? What's that supposed to mean? I have a few things to ask you, Mr. Amano, about a case from 10 years ago. A case from 10 years ago? Oh, what's the name that you used here for that case? Sheena? It's known as the KG-8 incident. The KG-8 incident? Oh, so you remember it. Good. Then you'll recall that the trigger in that case was the Amano Group scandal. Specifically the charge of an internal smuggling ring. Smuggling. There's that word again. At the time, the person that was arrested as the ringleader was Mr. Amano's very own secretary, Mr. Colin Deveray. Ah, Father. Even though you pushed the crime onto your then secretary, Mr. Deveray, I always suspected that you were involved with the smuggling ring, Mr. Amano. Mr. Deveray was arrested in place of you, which is why when he broke out, you hid him from the police, right? You hid him in exchange for his silence on your little dirty secret. Why is it little dirty secret? It should be dirty little secret. Justified self-defense, but also resisting arrest and falsifying evidence. Yep. Which one is that one again? Which one is which one again? KG-8? Well, you'll be finding out more about it. No. Please calm down. I honestly have no idea what you're talking about. Pretend to be ignorant all you want. We're taking you down to the precinct anyway for a nice long chat. Mix up my Ace Attorney incidents every now and then. KG-8 is the one relevant to this game. It's not one from a previous game. It's a new case. Or an old case that's new to this game. What the? Who the heck was that? I'll take him down to the precinct if you don't mind. And who the heck are you? We both sound exactly the same, almost. I'm Jacques Portsman, and I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Oh, Jacques, thank goodness you're here. Don't jerk me around. This is an Interpol case, so keep your paws off my suspect. Sorry, but I can't comply. I've got the backing of the prosecutor's office. See, in this country, we prosecutors work with the police to bring cases to court. So if you could please cooperate with me here, that'd be great. Now, how about a handshake to seal the deal? Sorry, but I hate prosecutors, the whole lot of you. Guys, arrest the two suspects. Sir. Oh, I almost forgot. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, is it? I'd like to thank you. Thank me? Yeah, for working so hard to fulfill my goal. Hey, is that any way to thank someone? And what the heck is that supposed to mean? You were so relentless with Lance that you forced Ernest to tamper with the evidence. Thanks to that, I finally had a legitimate reason to arrest him. So how does it feel to bite the hand that feeds you? A hand that feeds me? I'm not sure I follow. It's no use pretending with me. You're the one, right? You're the corrupt prosecutor that's working for Mr. Amano in the smuggling ring, right? No, I would never do such a thing. What the heck? Our intel's never wrong. In your prosecutor's office, there's definitely someone working with the ring. Ah, so Agent Lang suspected my relation to Mr. Amano. That must be the real reason behind his antagonistic attitude. On top of that, your mentor was Manfred von Karma, right? There were non-stop rumors flying around about forged evidence with that guy. You're not twisting the truth behind those closed courtroom doors too, are you? Courtroom is a place where the truth is revealed. Well, don't worry, it's not only you. The whole lot of you can't be trusted. prosecutor never lost in 40 years. Every defendant must be found guilty. Fueled by that kind of thinking. Is it any wonder that courts produce nothing but falsities and lies? It would seem that his disdain extends beyond just me. Want to dropkick Lang? Hey, he's cool. Ad hominem and only speculations, yep. Not played a ton of a stream, but I knew some incidents could come up at the most random times, so I was unsure if this reference was one of Phoenix's games. No. Pretty much everything in the Edgeworth games are completely separate from the main series, except for like a couple of plot points. Mostly in the second game. Not in the first game. Prosecutors, the courts. Why is this man so angry with us all? Rest assured, the next time we meet, I won't be so forgiving. So don't you forget it. Please wait. Agent Sheena. Why does Agent Lang hate all prosecutors so? Lang is the head of the long-honored House of Lang in Zhengfa. The heads of all police-related divisions in that country were of Lang blood. Were? What do you mean by that? Aren't they still? They were revered, but that was long ago. They don't hold that sort of sway anymore. And it was all because of the courts. How can that be? A prosecutor once withheld and tampered with the evidence one of the Lang detectives found. That evidence purity was tarnished and cost the Lang family its honor and trust. But not all prosecutors are like that. Even so, Lang will never respect the court again, or any prosecutor. So Agent Lang is a man who hates all courts and is unwilling to forgive prosecutors. Man, what a piece of work that guy is! Come on, Jim. Better catch up. Yeah. We still gotta deliver that thing to the old man, after all. Poor Buddy Faith. He gets killed several hours later. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. By the way, we already know that Jacques is the prosecutor that's in league with the smuggling ring. He says it. He literally said it at the end of the first case. Be sure to play this myself. Did watch a bit of the older version. It's pretty neat to see the series from another perspective, being Edgeworth's. Yeah. They know the chains of commands. Well, what if a prosecutor did it? There's no way to disrespect your work. What a fucking child. I guess. Detective Gumshoe, I believe it's time we wrapped up and headed out ourselves. Yeah. Are you going home, Mr. Edgeworth? No, I've done nothing but be entangled in one mess after another since my return. It's alright with you. Can you drop me off at my office? No problem, sir. Why does it take him till 2 in the morning to get back there, then? Excuse me? Yes, what is it? Thank you very much. Oh, it's okay. No need to thank me, pal. Just doing my job as a detective. Guess I was fooled pretty badly by Lance. Oh, cruel fate. What's a woman to do when she's been hurt by the one she loves? I did think I never realized my father was right there. I never said anything to him. I knew it. I'm a failure. Ah, there she goes again, talking to herself. Miss Palps, I wonder if you know why your father participated in the kidnapping. No, I have no idea. Your father died while he was trying to stop Lance. Which means that from the beginning, he had no interest in the staged self-abduction. Wait, then why did he... I believe it was because of your presence, Miss Palps. Me? Lance realized the two of you were related, which is why he used you as a hostage to coerce Mr. Deveray into cooperating. Father? As a felon, he cannot tell you of his real relation to you. However, as the Amano family butler, at the very least, he was able to watch over you. It was all he could do, but that was the shape of his overflowing love for you. Go on, speak your mind. That is... Thank you very much. You're welcome, although there is no need to thank me. No, Lawrence, stop. I mean, this man's so much older than you. Is she? What's Edgeworth's age in this game? Oh, she's only 19, never mind. Looks like you've completely stolen her away, Mr. Edgeworth. Way to go, sir! Your technique is way beyond the level of a great thief. What are you going on about now? Wow, your deducing skills may be sound, but you have no street smarts. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you. Yeah, I mean, he still hasn't figured out who I am at all. If you haven't remembered in all this time, I guess I'm just going to have to say it. This isn't the first time we've met, you know. What do you mean, pal? Mr. Edgeworth, how you know this girl? I mean, I get it, but, yeah, nah. I mean, they're both adults. It's fine. It's not weird. It's just weird. There's nothing wrong with liking older people. Only like Gumshoe, sorry. Funny enough, Edgeworth's like 2 to 3 years older than you. I don't know how old he is in this game. Hold on, let me look that up, because there's no profile on him. He's 26 in this game, so he's 7 years older than Lauren. I mean, that sounds like a lot, but, like, mind you, me and Nessie are 6 years apart. But we also didn't start dating until, you know, she was in her mid-20s and I was in my early 30s, so the age difference at that point, it was like, you know, it's negligible. No one cares. No one gives two shits. Wiki states he was born in 92 or 93, so he'd be 31 to 32 IRL, yeah. Well, this is 2019, this game takes place. This is still in the original trilogy timeline. Gumshoe Stinky Gorilla Man. Karma. Looks like you totally forgot about me too, Gummy. Gummy? Gummy? Here, maybe this'll jog your memories. I promised I'd return this to you one day, remember? That single piece of cloth took me back far into my past. To that fateful day 7 years ago, when I first met the then child Kay. And Detective Gumshoe. The end. Kidnap Turnabout awarded. Do you remember it does take place 20 minutes into the future? Kind of funny they're still using outdated tech then as well. Yeah. 20 minutes into the future, that's a good phrase, I like that. Alright, give me a second here. We're gonna do the thing that I always do. I'm gonna make a separate recording for the next part. I'll probably have to upload this with that recording, because an hour is like too short of a video for me. But yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, stick around for the next part.